To Silent Hunter 4. This is Fall of the Rising Sun Ultimate Edition. This is a test run. We have imported the ships from 2.0. We're going to go out with our camera and we're going to take a look at these. So let's shut off all that stuff. Let's go up to the external camera and let's fly around a bit. I understand the Japanese are holding a parade today. Let's check it out. Go to the head of the parade. And welcome to the parade of the Japanese War Fleet. Leading the procession here is the generic, the generic super battleship. The Japanese generic super battleship, courtesy of Mad Max and the Aces of the Deep crew. There we go. See how the flag flies like that. Now behind the super battleship, according to the itinerary, are some other battleships. I don't see any battleships, but our very first thing we see is a brand new ship to Silent Hunter 4. This is the CV Kaga. The Kaga right there. Beautifully modeled, planes on deck. I wish we didn't have the barrier there. I wish it was like TMO where you could actually penetrate the solid spots. You could get right up next to an airplane, but you know what? That's all details. Kaga. Following the Kaga. Following the Kaga, we have a generic fleet carrier. There's the bad boy AA guns right there. Flight deck coming by. This is the Japanese generic fleet carrier. Following the generic fleet carrier is the CV Akagi, with its characteristic canted funnel there. No other ship like the Akagi. Made a great reef, new home for fishies. You have a chance now to plant this thing solidly on the bottom of the ocean. Following the Akagi, we have the Hiryu. Let's double check that. We have the Hiryu, one of the big four of the Japanese fleet carriers. There's the Hiryu, flag flying, 15-knot wind. Smoke coming out of the funnels there, the airplane's on deck. Yes, sir. After the Hiryu, what do you think we should have? I say that's the Shinano. Yes, this is the one. This is the converted battleship that never made it to active duty because our buddies in the Archerfish sank this thing when it was being delivered for final fit up. But you get the chance to sink it with airplanes on deck. The real one never had a single plane on deck. Here's our battleships. They're out of order. Let's take a look at this. This should be the battleship Fuso here. I can't say for sure. Anybody who can correct me, you can do that if you like. And behind the Fuso, this is a generic battleship, Japanese generic battleship. Thank you, Mad Max. Wow. Super. Love it. Behind generic battleship here is the Icy. And following the Icy is the late war Icy. Here we go here. This should be the Congo class. Coming up on an escort carrier. Believe that's an escort carrier. Yes, this is the escort carrier Kaiho. Now coming up, yet another escort carrier. This is the Akitsu. The Shoho. Right there. This is a seaplane tender. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. That's the seaplane tender. Chitos. Or is this? Check this out. They should at least put the names on these, eh? Would have been nice. That could also be Cat 1. Let's see what this is. Looks like that was Cat 1, because this looks like a heavy cruiser to me. Yes, sir. This is a generic heavy cruiser right here. What a great job Mad Max and crew did. Good thing all we have is radar contact. This is the Firataka heavy cruiser. The Maya. Mogami. Mayoko. And the Takao. After that, we start our light cruisers with the light cruiser Yubari. Right there. Behind the Yubari, we have a generic light cruiser. Oh, that's pretty. Very nice. The light cruiser Agano. Looks like a great place to park a couple torpedoes, doesn't it? And up here, the Kuma 3-stacker. Following the Kuma, we have the Naka. And an auxiliary cruiser. The Akatsuki. Our very first DD. Well, that's beautiful. A Sashio class. That's heavily reworked from 1.3. This is a Fubuki. A Kagero class destroyer. Here's a Mutsuki destroyer. Shiritsuyo class. Yugomu class. Here comes the DD Momi. The Momi, famous for being not ever plotted in RSRDC. It's the invisible stealth ship. Seems to be riding a little bit weird in the ocean, doesn't it, compared to the other boats? Take a look at that if you would, Scurvy. This should be the generic destroyer escort. I'll tell you what, Mad Max did some of his best work on generic ships. Look at that. Wow. This should be the Momi 2. I don't know why it's a Momi 2. There must be two different. Oh, don't engage these guys. Just don't do it. It's not very smart. And over here we have. There we go. That was Momi 2. This is the Wakataki. Hold everything. We're into some merchants. Some merchants got mixed in here. I got two columns. Oh boy, the merchant column's going slow. This column's going faster. I'll bet this is Wakataki out here. Everything kind of gets doubtful at this point. This should be Wakataki. Oh, what a beautiful boat. What a beautiful boat. We got a DEBT type and DECTs, type A and B. But since we've lost any sense of order here, I can't tell you which is which. But we'll just take a flight through the smaller warships and show that they're all working really well. They're beautiful ships from Fall of the Rising Sun 2.0, which was a version of the game made only for Silent Hunter 1.4 before U-boat missions. We are running these beautiful ships in U-boat missions, and they are magnificent. What's happening here? That looks wonderful. Going over here to some smaller boats. Ha 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 ha. Gunboats and the like. Here we go. These guys don't keep. These are inland boats, so they're not really happy out here. This is a river boat here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's in survival conditions here, isn't he? See what we got here. Oh, there's another river boat. Not happy out here, as they should not be. The fun thing we have out here is that's our warships. We have a similar line of merchants, and we're not going to call off the roster on these at all. We're just going to go take a tour. Go back to the back where the little guys are. Take a trip up the line. I wonder if my sub is gonna get killed here while we're taking a movie. It would be appropriate, wouldn't it? Look at these. Yamashita line. Oh. Oh. Mad Max, you are a genius. Look at this stuff. Wait till Max Peg gets done. What is going on here? Is this heavy laden, or has this got a flotation problem like CapnScurvy was saying? Look at this. Look at this. Wow, this is 2.0 with no modifications here now on these color schemes. Pretty darn nice. This column's steaming at 2 knots, so they don't have any trouble with station keeping. They have trouble staying awake. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is where you need a submarine to identify all of those. Oh, that is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. That's the ship that Max Peck was showing us his color job on. Oh, that's magnificent. You can see the warship column behind. Ho, 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 ho. Heavy laden. Big cargo on board. Loading them up with freight. Mad Max, you are a genius. Look at this. Note how the merchants just have the red sun on there, no rays. The warships had the rays that we're also familiar with on the Japanese flag. Look at that. Oh, there's the good targets right there. Ha ha ha. Just amazing. And we're almost to the head of the line. The big liner at the head of the line. And that's this year's parade of the Japanese fleet, both merchant and warship. They are magnificent. And this shows that the 2.0 ships work just fine in Fall of the Rising Sun Ultimate. We don't have any problems with any ship's flags not flying or smoke not coming out or not bobbing in the waves or anything. They belong here, don't they? And there's our giant battleship once again. Unbelievable. Well, we'll sign off. Thank you very much.